It's preparing to go live. Let me start sending the link to people. It's preparing to go live. Let me start sending the link to people. Okay, we're live. I'm gonna look and send you the link. Uno momento.
You sent it?
Yeah, not yet. I'm getting ready to send it. Hold on. Okay, we're live. I'm gonna look and send you the link. Okay, I don't want to hear this feedback. Are you walking?
Uh-huh. Do you want me to stand still?
Yeah, because I kind of like hearing feedback. Hold on, brother.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let me get somewhere to sit down.
Are you walking?
Uh-huh. Do you want me to stand still?
I hear that hate feedback. Hold on, let me turn. Yeah, because I kind of like hearing feedback. Hold on, brother. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Thank you for joining, brother.
Hey, thank you for having me. That's an honor and a pleasure.
Oh, definitely. It's an honor, too, to be connected with you. So let me make sure I turn this all the way down so it doesn't feedback on my speaker. Send you this link so you can share it with your friends. Okay, I just sent it.
Oh, that was weird. I didn't mean to do that. I'm still there.
Still sending it out, brother. See if we got some more people coming on. Can't wait for my little helper to get here so that she can help me share this. Um,
How you sharing it? Because when I shared it on Instagram, it told me it only could share to 5 people.
I'm sharing it to groups of people on my in my contacts list on my phone, and I'm having to do it one at a time. I'm gonna share it in the Facebook group too, in our Facebook group. Hold on, guys. I'm just sending this out to quite a few people to give them a reminder. We'll be tapping in a moment. last time. Some people say they didn't get it, so. But they'll be able to see it later. Whoever misses out. Okay, guys, just give me one more minute. I'm going to post this in our Facebook group, and then we can get started. And who's on is on, and who's not, they can catch the recording. So there's people interested. They're saying thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I can't wait for her to transition down that way. I'm really looking forward to it. Are you indoors now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, hold on a second. You might probably want to go off the camera for a quick second. Did you text it to anyone else?
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah, sure. Text it to as many people as possible. Alrighty. I think I sent it to everyone I want to send it to right now. Okay. So whenever you're ready to come back on, brother, we're going to start. Whoever's here is here. Who's not, they can catch it later.
All right. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. I don't know why I don't see you.
You don't see me? Can you see me now?
No, I see you, but I don't see you on. Let me come back in. I don't see you on my screen. Okay, there you are. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, there's some people on. Hello, Sylvia. Hi, Amy. Hey, big sis. Stunner Locks, okay. What it do? Tanya, greetings, queen. I know this is going to be, oh, yeah, it's going to be good. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Everyone is on here. We got about 8 people watching so far. Hey, guys, Jennifer is on here. Hey, Jennifer, my Reiki student. Phenomenal people already on. So, guys, Sharing is caring. Thank you for joining us right now. I'm so excited about this video. I'm always excited when we do live, and I'm always excited when we're connecting with the community. So let's start this off with a brief prayer for Reiki protection and healing and guidance. And sending you Reiki for anything that does not resonate with you, anything that's unbalanced in your life. Bring total balance and happiness and joy to it, and sending self-healing, self-care Reiki to you all, into your homes, into your workplace, into your vehicles, into your families, to your home, into you. Namaste, namaste, Ashe. All right, symbol to be with no harm to none.
I say,
So, thank you, brother, for joining us.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for having me.
Yes, so now how do you pronounce your name so we don't mispronounce it?
It's Tehron, like the capital Iran.
Tehron. Okay, okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Let's start off by sharing your contact information so they will be able to reach you. Also, share your Cash App in case someone may want to donate to your cause or may want to order some products from you if you are available for that. So just share a brief description of who you are. So let's start with your contact information and so forth, and then we can talk about, giving us a brief biography of you, who you are.
Okay. Before I start, let me just give a peace and blessings out to some of the ancestors around. Uh, Stream Master, Dr. Sabi,
Yes,
Alfonso Bowman,
yes,
uh, Baba Kalende, Stream Master,
yes,
Baba Lada Africa,
yes.
Ashe,
I
and a shout out to my grandfather too, Reginald Cornelius
Yes,
George.
yes.
And some just learning how to learn those healing hands and learning how to grow and farm and stuff, because that's what he did. He used to grow and do a lot of things that I took for granted. So now that I got a call on him from the other ethers because he's not here. So
Okay.
but yeah, my name's Tehron, Tehron George, other known as Tahuti, because and oh yeah, let me call on Tahuti too.
Oh yes.
Uh, I'll
Namaste.
say and for
Ashael.
the energy for the scribeman, the studyman, the journeyman.
Yes.
And so basically, just yeah. Also, my Cash App is T George L, and my Instagram where I conduct a lot of business at is Tahuti Ra L, and that's so basically that's I'm just a man learning. Just they call it like a master student. Been around the community for close to 20 years for real, man. I've been
Mhm.
around for a long time around the community. My mother and my mother's business partner kind of forced me into it, even when I didn't want to be in it, and they kind of had me around it, even when I didn't want to be around it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I just sat and listened and learned, and I was always an average reader, so I just kind of read everything, and always read. But it probably didn't start making sense to probably like the last 10 years. There was just so many books and so many things and so many places that we have been and studied and been under some of these teachers. And like my mother sat at the sat right with uh I'm a little nervous because it's crazy
Don't
I
be
can't think of
nervous.
her
This is
name.
a loving, welcoming community.
Right.
I'm sending you Reiki for that nervousness. Don't be nervous. Just
I
talk.
appreciate it. I
Just
appreciate
like
it.
they listen. You can't see them. I can see them. So you're talking to me, and as you're talking to me, you're speaking to the community. So go ahead,
Right.
carry on, brother. I got you.
Yes. So yeah. So basically, my mother was one of trying to sat on some of the teachers and put me in these places where I kind of just was around it a
I
lot,
give it
and
to your
just
queen.
right. And Shayo, she's different. She's been here before,
She
right? She's
don't. Yeah,
definitely
she's been here before, and she does not look old enough to have a child your age.
no, nah,
She's
not at all.
gorgeous. Your
Yeah,
mother's
not at
gorgeous.
all. And so basically, yeah. So like so during my studies, I guess I kind of started finding out about some of the other medicines that were there, and was kind of intrigued about them,
Mm-hmm.
and they started. One thing about like those medicines is that's how you'll tell you that the universe is actually in a place where we're supposed to be talking about this and giving out this information, because there were certain kind of medicines that I had found out about before I was ready for it, and I
Mhm.
could not get a hold of it. Like it was just
Mhm.
like, and I was in a lifestyle where I could get a hold of just about everything.
Mhm.
And I guess mentally I wasn't ready for it, physically, spiritually, and everything. I wasn't ready for it. And as these medicines start showing themselves, the people around the medicine start showing themselves. And
Mhm.
so like the teachings, learning breath work and learning qigong and yoga, and then from there it was different ceremony spaces, and then I guess at a time it started making sense to me where I was like, oh, these places seem kind of familiar to me when I went to these other realms and these other frequencies is a better, I guess, a word to say, because you can when you're dealing with these ethogens, as they say, it's a stairway to God, and you'll go into the multiverse, and you'll go into the microverse, which is places that's just like me personally. I mean, without ever talking to anybody about it, I've heard people refer to it and say things about it. I feel like it's almost like and it's I felt like this before, but I seen Bobby Kalende. He had a thing about Ant-Man too. It was kind of like you going in. Sometimes you can bring yourself into that dot of you,
Mhm.
and all the way inside. So when they say the triple blackness, that dot, the
Mhm.
spark that makes you what you are.
Right.
Uh, when you deal with these other medicines, they can tap you into that spot,
Mhm.
and it's basically it's all downloading. It's all different ways to get the binary code in your body,
Mhm. Mhm.
and to put you in. I like to call them cheat codes, because
Okay.
there are different ways. You could do breath work, you can do yoga, you could even see some people just even skateboarding. Skateboards is a thing of mindful mentalism. You got to sit there and you got to skateboard all the time. That's why,
Mhm.
if you ever notice, a lot of skateboards are successful human beings.
Mhm.
They is because they're practicing mindful meditation from
Yeah.
keeping their butt from hitting the ground,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? And so these are just cheat codes, and because we're in a realm that has put us with so many things that spark our pineal gland
Mhm.
without having to do the work now,
Mhm.
i.e., these TVs, these phones, everything. It kind of dumbs down the your third eye,
Mhm.
and using these different medicines can realign you with it, or they can also is their form of detoxes too. Because I know, like, you most of them purge you. They kick out endless mucus out the body, which is another story on what mucus is, but it can be a evil entity in itself. It's almost like
Right.
it's alive, and when your body's flooded with that mucus, and these different medicines will put you in a place to get rid of them,
Right.
and get the download that you need to follow your journey, because we all here for a journey. We're all here for our calling, and you want to kind of get your calling and
Mhm.
find out what it is, and so the world is a better place for you personally when you know what you're here for and what to
Mhm.
do.
Okay.
Um,
So somebody Tanya said that you're fine. We're not judging you, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Not judging. I told you my community is absolutely phenomenal. So I don't. I protect my channel for with positive energy. We don't have that. We don't have no. I don't play that trolling stuff on this channel. So
Right, right. Understood. I'm
we
a
come
big
in
boy. I
here
can take it.
moving fast.
I'm
So
a
you
big
know
boy. I
how
can take
I
it.
work. You know
Right.
how I work, brother. Also, Stunner Locke said it. You all don't know Tehron be dropping major jewels.
Oh, oh, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And Tanya's agreeing. Tanya said that her son is a skater too at age 39.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's what I've learned because I've I as we go through this life and we become more conscious and connected with certain people and certain situations and entities, I realize that gems have been thrown at me all my life. But because I was so close minded and this third or first eye or third eye, whatever you want to call it, your pineal gland was blocked, that I wasn't open to it at that time. It didn't resonate with me. I just thought it was intriguing, but I didn't want to go deeper into it. And as I got older and more into the conscious community, um, I'm going to die as a spiritual student because I'm always willing to learn. And that's the wonderful thing about spirituality. There's no ceiling to it. So
Right.
I'm glad that you shared that because once you get more connected, you'll realize people have been telling you stuff about this for years, all your life, pretty much. And I remember when I first tapped into plant medicine, I haven't gone to the levels you have. I've only did like little baby steps. I'm still in the cradle. So,
Right.
but I remember, um, and then Tanya mentioned about Akashic records too. Yeah, the wonderful thing about mushrooms, I love mushrooms. I love magic mushrooms. I love the experience. It's more. I'm ready to elevate to other areas, but I want to take baby steps and learn more
Right.
about myself as I experience it. And I heard that the more grams you take, the higher your experience is. I've heard that people microdose. You've shared a lot of information with me about microdosing and the experience. And I remember. Do you remember my first experience when I contacted you? You want to
Yeah,
tell
you was
them?
going through it. Yeah, you was going through it. So, because I'm always, well, I just came from Baba Kalende's wife, Mama Yende, and
Mm-hmm.
KT Arts degree. That's
Oh
Dr.
yeah, love
Sabi's.
KT arts degree.
It's
Yes.
Dr. Well, they had basically a psychoactive conference, and it was talking about mushrooms, and it was good to hear because it was like she was teaching us, and like I said, like I jumped into this community from books, from just wanting to be there, not the conscious community, but the what I would call that shaman community. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's a big community that in the DC area, and I
Mm-hmm.
kind of jumped in that community just because I wanted to be there,
Right.
but I didn't know that it was my calling in a
Mm-hmm.
sense, right? And so when I first came there, there were no melanated people there. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
me and my one little brother. We was probably going through all these places,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just as time has come by, the melanated sisters came here, and I was explaining to you because you're already so powerful with the Reiki
Thank
and
you.
just knowing what I know, that man, that cheat code, if you get a download with them shrooms, is that you need to tap in. And
Yes.
sometimes it's good for people to microdose, and we'll get to the microdosing and what the benefits of it is. But
Mm-hmm.
for people like us, we need to do what they call a hero's journey, and that's 5 grams or better. And,
Mm-hmm.
and, and so what they call a heroic journey, which is the journey of Heru, which is where heroic comes from.
Mm-hmm. And
And
a little
basically,
to Heru, because some people don't know who Heru is. So make sure that you do your research on who Heru is. Um,
or Horus would
or
be the
Horus. Yeah.
yeah, the Kemetan name for him is Heru, which he's the son of Osiris, and then
Which is
uh,
considered Jesus, correct?
which is considered just about everyone.
Christ
Okay,
consciousness. Okay. Okay.
just about everyone. I mean, most of the
I don't
movies.
believe in any. I mean, I respect all religions, so I'm not. I'm in a non-domination. Oh, I can't even say it. I can't even talk today. I'm in. I'm not in organized religion. I'm more
Right.
spiritual, and I belong to a spiritual church too, which is the Institute of Spiritual Development. But I have respect for all religions. So,
Yeah, so most movies you watch dealing with superheroes is usually telling the journey of Haru, or the
okay.
fallen person, the person that was just kind of downtrodden, and then he comes out. And usually when you're downtrodden, when you're bad, your other side, that's Osiris, and then your rebirth is Haru, and
Okay.
to come out on the other side. And
Hmm.
so I was explaining to you what you should do, and then we kind of touched bases on it, and you finally got the medicine and you took it, and you called me because you was a little bit too trippy for you in the situation. Like he's like, oh, I think I took too
Cause
much,
I
and I
got
was
to
like,
control things, honey.
yeah, yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like you have, and that's one of the things that Baba Kalende would always tell you when you start dealing with these high doses, you really just want to put yourself somewhere safe.
Right.
Have
Yeah.
somebody sit out, have somebody
Yeah.
stand
Don't be
outside the
out.
room.
Yeah. Don't be out driving nowhere if you decided you want to experiment.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, if you're doing any
Make
kind
your
of high
stuff at
doses,
home.
you really want to do it at night, in the dark, in the room by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if you got a sitter, the sitter don't even sit in the room with you. He just, as long as you ain't jumping out a window or something like that, you cool. Just let him
Right.
stand outside the room, because his frequency is still going to be different than yours, and
Mm-hmm.
it could take you back to this realm. And you want to
Right.
you really want to go to the realm, the other realm, to get your download, to
Mhm.
get what you need to get and come
Right.
back. And so yeah,
But
it
tell them
was
about that experience because it was a trippy experience. I never expected anything like this before.
yeah, you was a little panicky for a second, you know, thinking that it was you had maybe did too much. And I was like, man, I'm trying to figure out how you even on the phone right now. Just put the phone down.
I know how I dialed you.
Yeah, because the phone. Listen, hey, I'm telling you, this is things that'll tell you that with these medicines are meant to be here in your life. Because
Mhm.
some people, when like I you know me, like I have to make myself use the phone
Mhm.
or dial a number when I'm at those high doses because
Mhm.
your spirit just really does not rejects it.
Yeah, it was like the numbers were moving on my phone, and I thought I was tripping, and I said, I mean, how many grams did you give me?
It probably was five because I'm always a phone to take five, but I don't think you took the
So
whole five. I feel like you
I
didn't take the
remember
whole
there were
five
like
though.
four stems and some caps on it, the mushroom caps on it, and I was like, well, how should I take them? And you were like, you could take my peanut butter and some. And I said and almond milk. So what I did was I blend them up in the blender together with peanut butter and almond milk, and I just took it to the head, just straight to the head. And then I said, well, I'll have enough. I said, you told me to go outside and connect with nature. Well, my
Hmm.
husband was outside doing yard work, so I was gonna go out there and help him, and then I had to use the restroom. And next thing I know, the trip started. And then I saw hearts everywhere. I saw them in rainbow colors, every chakra color, all the chakra colors. And they were moving with me down. When I was moving, they were like moving back and forth, and then things in the room was growing, and I started crying because I was purging, and then I was laughing, and then I was crying, and I was like, I'm having a bad trip, and you were like, there's no such thing as a bad trip.
No such thing.
And after realizing what I experienced, I wished I had been more calmer instead of freaking out because. And when I talked to my son, he's like, "Mom, you're just trying to control things. Just relax and enjoy it." And you said it too. Listen to
Hmm.
some music. Go to sleep. I'm like, I can't go to sleep. I don't want to. So I was just waiting for it to be over because I never experienced anything like that. Now, I realize it removes pain, physical pain, depression. After doing my research, and you were teaching me more about it,
And
and
that's what I was going to tell you too. Sometimes when you lose control like that, that might actually be the pain leaving.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
it was
yeah,
very
like,
healing because it was natural and it was very healing. And I'm not one to use pharmaceutical drugs or none of that. I don't like that stuff. It doesn't make me feel good. It unbalances me. So to try something natural and to feel that phenomenal experience, and now I do microdosing from time to time after hours when I'm done working in the evening when I'm home just chilling. I might do some microdosing, but I really suggest the mushrooms. But somebody else mentioned, who was about? Tanya asked about ayahuasca.
oh
Yeah,
well, so
Tanya, it was my first time, but now I understand what it was all about. But go ahead.
so yes, we actually if anybody reaches out to me because I think we should be having a ceremony pretty soon, maybe like a month or so,
Uh huh.
dealing with the ayahuasca.
Hmm.
But yes, so that's what I like to say about my journey. So I guess the first thing I ever really did, because I had did mushrooms before, but I didn't do it at high doses or nothing like that. But the first thing I did was DMT, and DMT kind of like it made I called on a God the first time I did DMT, and he kind of came into me, and it was like a feeling of Thor, and he asked me basically like, why are you calling me here? Like, what do you want? I'm not here to play. And I was yeah.
Was
So
DMT
yes, that was DMT.
and that was ayahuasca? Cause
No, that was this was the synthetic version of DMT, which is what
okay.
it's synthetic, but it's still made from it's made from a root. I mean, from a bark.
And what
But
bark is it made from?
it's the mimosa bark,
Okay.
right? And
Um.
so then they have DMT, what they called Bufu aureus. That's from a toad.
Okay.
I think I said that wrong, but it's Bufo. It's Bufo. It's from a toad.
And
And then you got
bufo is from a toad.
yes,
And how do
and
you? administer that, or how do you digest that?
You kind of you vape it.
Okay, but I
So they
heard
vape it.
vaping was dangerous.
Okay.
That it can.
So vape, well, it's not, so it's you just you burning the vapors, not act like a vape pen, like a pen
Okay,
itself, which is it's
I do
just
have
it's
some
just
still in the crib, so go ahead.
right.
Okay.
And so then you have what they call ayahuasca. And
Mhm.
ayahuasca, they use a very very sacred, they use very very old vines and plants which have DMT in them, and they mix them with these other plants that that basically they concoct this brew that will
Mhm.
take you on a wild wild trip, and basically it's what they it's one of the ones where you will purge one of the most you you that's where I say I felt like in my ayahuasca ceremony, my first ayahuasca ceremony, I died at the ceremony personally. And
And a new you was reborn.
yeah, but I mean, physically, I died too. Though it's kind of weird. Like,
Really?
yeah, man, it was wild. It was
Okay,
wild.
I don't think I'm ready for that. I mean, I ain't
But
scared to die, but
yeah, but it was wild. It was wild. But I seen. I mean, I don't want to go too far. Like, well, I guess okay, coronavirus, all this stuff that's coming, yeah, everything that came, I seen it coming.
wow.
I seen it coming. I seen a break. It was like and it was Lionsgate too. So it was 888. It was
Mhm.
eight. It was
Oh,
eight
you did it
eight.
on the 888?
Yeah, I did it on the 8-8 2 years ago.
Wow.
It was 2 years ago. We did
Mhm.
it.
Mhm. I remember
We
when the
did it.
Lionsgate came about.
It was two ceremonies. It was two ceremonies, and like I seen all this coming, and it was just like, and I seen like it was just like enough. It was I screamed enough. Like I could just feel it enough. Like enough pain, enough hurting, enough killing. Like we've been in this situation in America for the last 300-400 years. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so it's like enough. Like it's time for a change. And it
Right.
seemed like the awakening is here, and everybody's starting to have their eyes open to these different things. And so now it's just like I've been pushing these things to people, telling them for the longest, man, look, you need to try it, you need to do this, you need to do that. And so, but yeah, definitely for the answer though, for ayahuasca, like if you ayahuasca is a different type of ride. But at the same time, the ride that ayahuasca is the ride that mushrooms can be at high doses. And so, but you just want to what I learned too though, breath work, like everybody, like it's like the key to a lot, like because the more you're in these realms, you realize that breath work works so much. It helps to keep you grounded, it helps you keep you in control in these realms,
Mhm.
even when you and then when you get to a spot where you can't control it. I mean, sometimes you just got to let go and let God. And because one thing about mushrooms too, uh, I think the dose they say is like basically like that's toxic to you
Mhm.
is your body weight.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah,
can
I heard
never.
you could do double your body weight and it wouldn't kill you.
Well, what I was always told is you don't want to do your body weight,
Okay. I mean, I
which is a
heard
lot.
KT, I believe it was KT, he was like, because he was raised, he was microdosed, he microdosed on it because doctor said he was his stepdad or something.
Yeah, he gave it to him as a baby, and
Right.
see they don't talk about it. Like they don't like KT talks about it, but like his family doesn't even talk about it. Like they don't really bring it up. And see, it was like it was part of those secret rooms that we had when we was like mouth to ear and we was teaching. That's
Mhm.
part of the teachings that a lot of people don't understand.
Okay.
And throughout history, I mean, even dealing with the ninjas, the samurais, the Shaolin, these
Hmm.
monks and stuff like that. They were on these plant medicines when they are practicing those high like not high doses, but high caliber martial arts and stuff, man. And those when they start dealing with chi force
Hmm.
and they're dealing with these entheogens inside of it. Iboga is another one where they're dealing with these different things because it puts them in a place where they're in closer with nature. So that was even with like kung fu is one that they do replicas of the animals a lot.
Okay.
So they have San Pedro. which is from the mescaline family, which is like peyote and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They the natives believe that at high doses that you could shapeshift.
Mhm. I've heard
And,
about
and
shape shifting a lot. Yeah.
and they would use certain medicines will help them shapeshift into these animals. They study the animal and become the animal. Other medicines was or the way were used to go out to war.
Mhm.
Then you have like Cambo. There's one that's I you know what I would have to look. I don't know if they even categorize Cambo as ethogen, but it is one. It is something that our community needs to know more about though.
Mhm.
And it's another form of a toad, which is not it's not psychoactive in any kind of way. It's just it's basically just for like one of the strongest antidotes, antioxidants, and that you can put in your body. And they secrete it. They burn it on your skin. They put it on your skin,
Mhm.
and you kick out all type of bad stuff.
We release all lower vibrations.
Yes. Oh, certainly. That's what that is. That's what that one is.
Mhm.
That's what most of them
I've
are.
heard of some.
It,
You're just talking about the camera. I heard. I was talking to a friend that's in the conscious community, and he was mentioning about the snake venom of doing it the same procedure, and
okay.
release cancer and um, AIDS, HIV, high blood pressure, diabetes, and all that. But
Same thing.
minus the throwing up, because I did hear ayahuasca. That's why I'm scared of ayahuasca, because I don't like to throw up. So I heard that it will release that when it's releasing the lower vibrations, it will cause you to vomit. Like,
Yeah. You said snake venom's mine throw up. I didn't know that.
no, it said, yeah, it says is actually Dooley, brother Dooley was talking about it because he's getting ready to go study.
Oh, was he over there? Because I think he
Yeah,
was there.
he went to
They all did it.
he
They
went
all
to
did it. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and
My yeah.
yeah,
Okay, my man was over there with him.
yeah. Okay, so he's going back and he's going to be teach. He's going to learn, and he's going to come back teaching it. And
Okay, yeah. So I forgot you knew Brother Dooley. So Brother Dooley's a Bufu shaman.
right, right,
So
okay.
he's the one. That's what he specializes in with Bufu.
Mhm, mhm,
And like some people like some people like Bufu. I love Bufu. Bufu's cool.
mhm.
I love ayahuasca, but I think mushrooms is my thing. I love it. I love mushrooms better than just about any of them. But yeah, I'm trying to think. It's probably a little dark now, so you probably can't see it, but it's right here. You see on my arm,
Uh huh.
the dots on my arm. They done darkened
Yeah, I
up
can see
now.
it.
But yeah, that's so because yeah, they told me so my friend was over there. They were all in Mexico, and
Mhm. So
they
what
had
is
did
that
this.
that you just showed me on your arm?
So that's Cambo.
That's Cambo.
Yeah,
And
so they
Cambo comes from a frog.
yes.
Okay.
And they have to burn the skin a little bit, and you have to put the toad on you, the toad venom on you, and
Mhm.
it goes into your body, and it just basically finds out what's wrong, and it
Mhm.
kicks it out.
Really? Kicks it out, such as what?
Oh, you're gonna throw up.
Okay, so what things are is it releasing from you?
But to me, I say acid. Bow. Yeah, because I mean, I've seen people like it was a friend of mine's, Coach Reggie. We used to have these warrior training, like just have all melanated brothers come through,
Mhm.
and we're teaching them these different medicines, putting it into a system. And man, I've seen some of the like people like it just be all yellow acid, like acid coming out their body.
Oh, releasing out of their body,
Yes.
vomiting. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a different type of vomit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you can feel it, and so it's like even when you throw up, like
Mhm.
it's certain things that I used to and like I used to still deal with uh like LSD, like acid. I would try that every now and then. I would like use it to program workouts, stuff like that. I
Mhm.
stopped doing it after I did Cambo because I could taste it coming out, and I didn't like the taste. It was something wrong with it. It was different, and that's what made me really fall back from that. Is because I could taste some of the poisons that. So like it's like almost like a reset of your body,
Mhm.
and and some of the foods you eat, some of the things that you do wrong, you can taste those poisons coming out your body. And it's like when you in that position, it's like, why would I want to put myself back into that? Why would
Right.
I want to go back to eating crazy? So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, they do these things and they reset. So that's the thing that I like on I guess would be like a higher class, right? It's just like when we as law to Hootie, it's thought is all. So you want to set your mind, you want to set your intentions when you do these
Oh yeah, always set your intentions. You're right.
set your intentions and give your thought process of what you because sometimes you can set it up where you can if it's something you want to know, something you want to learn,
Mm-hmm.
is answers you want to have out there, you can set those attentions and then you can go into these doses and lay down and wake up with all the information
Mm-hmm.
because it goes back to what your friend was just saying about you because you're tapping into the Akashic records. You're catching that vibration, catching that wave, and bringing this knowledge to you
Right.
because it's all there for you to have anyway.
Okay.
It's just the problem that I've seen dealing within the community, and I won't say it's a problem because I got my own theories on why it happens, but just is that we have to be more aware when you're dealing with these high doses. You go into these other realms, you can catch an entity.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to protect yourself. You want to sage your body. You want to sage your body up, sage your head before you go into those realms,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Don't
can
just be not just don't be going and getting high. You need to have an intention when you're doing this.
right. Well, okay, so at the high doses. So because I mean, I guess people will attentions will change as if because microdosing is a different kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just trying to get people out the muck, out the mud, get their mind state to where they start believing that they are what they say they are,
Mm-hmm.
and live through that and give those words of encouragement to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But when you if you go to do like ayahuasca's like DMT, they're like boom, boom. It's like you spaceship into this realm, and now you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come back to reality, it can be disheartening to be around normalcy again.
Wow.
Right? I mean, really, like, oh man, like I had to, you don't understand, like you have, it's a gut check. You got to learn, right? You got to learn because now you gotta balance. You gotta balance these now that you've tapped into your godhead. You've hit yourself. You've got like I have a hip. I broke my hip years ago, and so I'm rehabbing it back slowly but surely. But after ayahuasca ceremony, I can run.
Really?
Yeah, I can run straight up, just jog
Because
around,
everything is
right,
energy. We're just having a
right.
physical experience.
About a week later, I can't run no more.
Okay.
Get that? You see what I'm saying? So it's like it gave me that to be where I know I need to be at, but now I slowly have to raise myself because your object is that you want to get yourself to where you because the pendulum always swings, it's always swinging from high to low to you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get the pendulum to swing where you can control the pendulum so that the lows don't come. Because
Right.
everybody had a lows, everybody has that vibrational low where you're going to go
Right.
to that spot where you don't feel as blah blah blah. But that's part of that's the Jesus degree, as the Moors would say, is
Yeah, well, that's because you're connecting with other people of lower vibrations, and if their vibrations is higher than yours, because we're like a funnel, so
I
we have
say.
our own energy. So
I
working with
say
lower vibrational people, and their energy is higher, then that will bring us having those highs and lows too, or
vice
traveling.
versa.
Yeah, traveling a lot. I have to cleanse myself. I cleanse myself every day because I'm an empath, but especially when I come from traveling. But I understand what you're saying because when I tried mushrooms, um, and if I'm feeling a little down a little bit, I might pop, just a microdose a little bit. It also removes pain. Like I used to have pain in the back of my legs and my back when I did, and if I didn't have time to do Reiki on myself, I could try do a microdose and it would remove the pain.
Yeah, it pushes it out.
Yeah, it pushes it
It
out.
pushes it out.
Yeah.
And so yeah. So with that being said, that's what it's like. So you wanna know realize that when you're dealing with any of these, it's always thought. You want to have your thoughts be away. So even if your thoughts change, what people would say, i.e., it's a bad trip, or well, I just didn't. It really, whatever it was, you probably washed it away after that day. And
Mhm.
so I've asked people that because I think a friend had recently that just happened, was she was like, "Oh, it went real bad. I just this and that, that and that, and that, and that." And I was like, "Okay, but how'd you feel the day after?
Yeah, it was
Or how'd
perfect.
you how'd you feel the day after that? You get what I'm saying? So like it's like, oh, and it's like, oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah, I did feel better. Da, 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 like that. It's like, well, because it's sometimes it's not always healing ain't easy. It ain't fun.
Well, it took
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you went. You had to go through some trauma to get there. We all need healing. Every last one of us.
Right,
We
right.
need healing. Period. And that's part of our
And,
mission is to learn how to heal ourselves and others.
and so that's what I'm saying. So with that being said, like the biggest things is start to get rid of the fear, man. We like as melanated people, we the scariest people alive, man. As a community, like we are very, very scary of a lot of things. They
Mm-hmm.
have and we're based on in a fear-based realm where
Mm-hmm.
they only teaching us fear, so we only speak fear back.
Keep us controlled.
And
Yeah.
and so a lot of things it would be like man, you don't know how many times I have to tell people, man, look, man, just take because I usually make it easy for people when I'm trying to give it to them. I make a shake or I make a chocolate or I make a tea for them, and I still get the oh, should I do it? I don't know what is in it. What's gonna happen to me? It was like as you eat a cheeseburger, like I don't understand, like it's a
You
lot of
don't know
different.
what's in that cheeseburger you eat. That thing is toxic.
Right. And so we gotta let the veil be off because
Mm-hmm.
these was in these rooms back in the day when they was having these secret convos and these secret teachings, man. They it was a certain kind of ego death that needed to be done.
Yeah, you're gonna try this fast food joint. Don't know who prepared it, what's in the ingredients, and that's another thing I learned since when I started using mushrooms that my taste buds are more induced. My taste buds are amplified, and
Hmm.
I can't even eat fast food. It tastes horrible to me now.
And that's what happens. So because it realigns you with your higher self, and your higher self ain't playing with none of that stuff. Like
Mhm.
me, I like to smoke weed. My
Mhm.
higher self don't like me smoking weed.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's like when I fast, I gotta fast from the marijuana too because he
But when you
doesn't.
do marijuana, what type of do you do sativa or indica?
I don't know. Like I try to.
Because sativa gives as an upper and indica is like a downer, and a hybrid is a balance of them both.
I never really like the downers though, to be honest with you. But
Hmm.
it's like, but I did. I had I had actually was at a ceremony, a mushroom ceremony before, and one of the I guess the shaman. I guess I say he's a shaman. He
Hmm.
uh he said to smoke CBD, and when you on mushrooms, and they blend together a lot better. Something about the THC that's a little bit too high for that where you at. Oh, and no dairy too. No dairy. Now, I mean, and I'm not saying like don't have dairy because that's your choice if you're gonna have dairy or not.
Hmm.
But you don't want to do dairy like the day before you doing mushrooms
Really?
because yeah, it's
Oh, is that what causes you to become gassy if you do? Because I love cheese.
oh, it'll kick your butt. It'll
Yeah.
kick your butt. It'll kick your
Okay.
butt, and
Okay.
it's things in the dairy
Hmm.
that affect because really the mushrooms are doing something to the brain, which is
Hmm.
but it gets to the brain second. It goes to the gut first.
Right.
And it's worn in the gut first. And usually if you got the dairy, I don't want to say the term wrong, but it's basically something in the dairy that basically deactivates the mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah.
I
And they
didn't know that.
yeah, so you kind of want to stay away from the dairy.
Yeah,
You
I don't
you
eat
more
ice cream. I don't drink milk. If I drink milk, it's almond milk. But my thing is that I love cheese. Cheese is
yep.
my weakness.
And more or less what happened, more or less dealing with any kind of food, you kind of want to like at high when we talking high doses again, you kind of just don't want to eat for like you want to have your stomach empty like before
Mm-hmm.
you do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then eat good afterwards, drink a tea or something
Right. On
afterwards.
high doses, but if you're microdosing, you can eat, of course, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of
Mm-hmm.
course. Yeah, but I mean, it might, you know what I'm saying? It might play with your stomach a little bit, but it's cool. You just use the bathroom, drink some water, keep it moving.
So someone that would do it for the first time. So I'm coming to you. I'm like, Tehron, I want to know. I want to try this out. I want a new way of healing. Um, oh, Diamond, hey, Diamond, is Diamond, oh, Diamond's right here too. Diamond said it
Hey,
made her gassy. Diamond said it did make her gassy one time.
oh yeah.
That's another story. But Diamond said it does make you gassy. But um, so I'm coming to you like, hey, brother, I don't want to do pharmaceutical drugs anymore. I want to elevate my consciousness. I want to open up my third eye, my first eye, whatever you want to call it, my pineal gland, and I want to get to the. I want to live a healthier way. I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to do marijuana. I want to go straight plant based. Where do I start? Explain to me, where do I start? What would you
Take
recommend?
5 grams.
Huh?
5 grams or better.
5 grams of what?
Mushrooms.
Okay.
Now, oh yeah, so because I mean, now when you talking about entheogens, there are hundreds and thousands of them, and the other ones. The thing about the mushrooms, at least, anybody can sit there and hold space for you. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I would say at 5 grams or 3, 4, 5 round,
Mm-hmm.
you can have anybody just hold space for you. If you're dealing with the sevens, the nines, the tens, and on up, now you want to have somebody that has a little bit more uh, awareness to the situation there. But at the same time, you're talking about that you wouldn't even be touching those type of grams until you've done it more than once anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is with most people, those 2, 3 grams, they get the visuals and maybe feel a little something, but they never got the healing because the healing is at the higher doses. Because when you touch those higher doses, the right and the left brain kind of spark together, and what they have a saying, they say, "With wires together, with fires together, wires together."
Mm-hmm.
So when you start dealing with those high doses, you start rewiring your brain to a
Mm-hmm.
certain way, and so that to me personally would be one I would say. Now, of course, now if you want to go do DMT, then DMT is a beautiful one to go do. Bufo is a beautiful one to go do, but you
Buku.
know, yeah, but like when you do it with shaman, with the shaman, or you do it like
And you're a
ayahuasca with a
shaman,
shaman,
right?
huh?
You're a shaman, right?
I don't like that term, but yes,
Okay.
I practice the shamanistic journey. Yes, I'm in the teachings I learned. Yes, so I hold space for mushrooms mainly, iboga.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm in the process when COVID hit. I was
You gotta be
supposed to
careful
go.
saying that word too on the channel. So.
Oh, sorry, yeah, but when the pandemic hit, we
Mm-hmm.
were supposed to go. I was supposed to go to the Catskill Mountains and stay up there with a shaman for
Mm-hmm.
ayahuasca and learn how to cook it and everything. But it kind of fell through. So now I'm gonna wait on him. Probably this summer I'll probably go up there. But at the same time, I'm actually gonna learn how to brew it here. Probably in another month or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna learn how to brew it. So I will have that under my belt. But I kind of want to learn. Me personally, dealing with ayahuasca, before I would actually call myself a person who was a facilitator of that, I want to learn how to play some type of instrument.
You want to learn how to
Because
play an instrument?
yes, because it's different. It's a different kind of
The spirit is telling me violin.
well, I see why I see something with the I do, and I do want to learn instrument because it's something about playing that music for people when they're in that realm that
Mm-hmm.
it does something to you because it can get ayahuasca is the one that can get rougher than the other ones. Well, like this is relative too though because Iboga can get really rough, but that's when you talk about Iboga's high doses. When you talk
Mm-hmm.
about mushrooms, high doses.
Mm-hmm.
Like Baba Kalinde said, he's had dragons fly over his head.
Is
You
that
go
the
back.
video you sent me where the guy was like he met with aliens and he went to higher dimensions? Like he said he did something like 30 grams.
Oh yeah, that's Baba Kalinde.
I
Yeah, that's
was
Baba
like, he
Kalinde.
did 30 grams?
That's the mushroom god. That's the mushroom god. That's Baba Kalinde.
What?
No, he's done like 45 grams, 50 grams.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and when he go and like he man like he's a walking god. Like he was a walking god. He actually died right when all that he him
He
Lala
passed away
Africa
when?
right when everything started. Like literally like that week when everything started, he
When
probably died
everything
like
started?
yeah. Him and Lala Africa died like a week apart.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like
Wow.
so. It was like so. I knew
Why
Lala
did he
Africa.
try? Did they say the cause of him transitioning?
I think it was the situation.
Okay. Oh.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And so it was, and it
Right.
was, and you gotta understand, like it was like he was just coming out, like people, like not just coming out, like he'd been around for years, and everybody, but a lot of people didn't know who he was, and as he was getting the people to know who he was, he died,
Mm-hmm.
and then Lala
It
Africa
seems like
probably
a lot of
died.
that happens, But you know what? The wonderful thing about death. I'm sorry, someone else. A Native American flute. Oh, Tanya said try the Native American flute too.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that sounds awesome,
Thank you.
American flute. So I just want everyone to know when he says, I don't want anyone to feel fearful of dying. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and kill yourself because our death dates are etched in stone before we come down that birth canal, before we come out of our mothers. We set our dates with God, the higher spiritual realm, when we're going, how we're going to transition, and when we're going to transition. So this is a form of healing. So I don't want you to feel fear death because
Oh yeah, no, he didn't die from that though.
yeah, I'm saying you can't kill energy though.
Oh
Energy
no, no, no,
lives on
no.
forever. He's just not on this lowest spiritual realm. This is the lowest you can go. So
So Mama Yende said that basically that like if it's time for him that he will come to you in his dreams. Like he's
mhm,
around. Of course he is. And La 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 Africa was another one. He died right when the pandemic started and he
I
was
heard about him too.
yeah, and he so both of them well, La La Africa was he's basically him he's like Dr. Sabi's I guess counterpart. He's like
Okay.
kind of somebody that was around the same time. A lot of
Mhm.
people really don't know about, but he these men, they knew they were dying though.
Mhm.
That's the key story though. Like if you listen to their wives, uh she Mama said that Baba Kalinda came to the door,
Mhm.
and when she came to the door to go in the room, and he told her to get out, right? And
Mhm.
she got out, and he died.
Wow.
Lala Africa,
Mhm.
right? And I implore everybody, anybody listening, it's called the African holistic it's the African holistic of health, right?
Okay.
Uh, it's by Lala Africa. Like he knew the day and time that he was going to die.
Mhm. Mhm. I
Like
believe
he talked to his wife, told his wife, "Look, I'm not I'm transitioning today,"
that. Mhm.
and he transitioned that day,
Mhm.
right? And if you read the man's book, if it's one person I would ever believe knew the day and time that they were going to die, it was
Mhm.
him because he breaks down the holistic science of the human body better than anybody ever seen. Like his books is just it tells everything, and it's an eye opener. If you just want to scare yourself from just doing a lot of this crazy stuff, he got another book called Nutricide.
What is
Right?
it
It's like
called?
it's called nutricide, like genocide, but like saying nutrition and
Nutricide.
genocide put together. So it's called nutricide.
Mhm.
And that book will put you in the realm where you'll see that literally everything that Western, what's Western to us is not beneficial to our health.
Mhm. Mhm. I
You get
believe
what I'm
that.
saying? And it's a mean spell. Like it's like to understand, like I mean, when you talk about the foods, like you know what I'm saying, just everything. It's just
Right.
totally always tapping down at us, always beating up on us. And so you want to be able to, and so this is the other side. This is the other side that I noticed inside of the shamanic community that
Mhm.
you got to find a law. A lot of people, even now that it's becoming uh, trendy and it's becoming a fad where these people are going out and taking ayahuasca and
Mhm.
taking these different things, and they're going back and they're reading their high doses and they're feeling great, and they might feel great for a week or two, then 3 weeks, then a month. By a month and a half, now they need to go back to a ceremony again because they don't have no law, and it's a certain kind of code or a law that they have to fall under, and it'll help them to digest, to have a better lens to look out under. So I implore people to when you're dealing with these medicines to get into books of whatever your knowledge is, and employ that knowledge and give yourself some kind of code and some kind of law to deal with.
Yeah,
And it
research.
gives you a lens to look at, because I follow my art, and I study from my art, and I
Hmm.
study from the seven laws of Tahuti more than any of them. But I'm kind of like a student of most of them.
Now
But
you
those
said
the
you study my art. For someone that doesn't know about my art, can you briefly describe your experience with what your knowledge about my art and why you follow my art?
Oh well, hey man, shouts out to you too, Goddess, because I mean you put me back on my square too, man. Because I like I ain't gonna tell you, like it's been dealing with in this journey that you, when you're dealing with like I said, for no sake of another word, dealing in this shaman journey, it can get lonely.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to dark places,
Mm-hmm.
and you hit these high vibrations. And now when you hit these high vibrations, low vibration is a balance thing. So now low vibration is like, oh, you got to come back. What are you doing up there? You ain't supposed to be there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so what my art is balance.
Mm-hmm.
And you personally told me, when I was talking to you one day, you had told me to do your 42s. And so I do my 42s, and it's kind of, not kind of, it automatically realigns your life, whether you wanted to or not, because you're
Right.
speaking to your spirit, and you're
Right.
talking to and I'll just give this tidbit, because I don't think even the people I know who deal with my a lot of people don't know that when you do the 42s, you want to say I will not in the morning, and at night you want to say I have not, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
same 42s.
Right.
And by and when you doing that, it'll rely on your spirit, because your spirit hears. So even if you don't necessarily check off all 42s throughout the day, every day that you do it, you'll automatically come into it. And it's just a lens of just being to speaking more about your truth, and speaking of what you are. And it's something about that that seven laws of Tahuti, the seven laws of Ma'at. I mean, I'm a samurai, so seven laws of Bushido code, 7-2. So it's something about those seven that's always. And then I am a 7 too. So my birthday was 1/6 November.
Okay.
So it always resonated with me. And so we're dealing with energies when we speak about these different these frequencies, these gods. Like a lot of people now, because of Beyonce, they talking about Yemiya, and what's the other one?
Oshun,
Uh, Oshun. Their energies, their
Papa
angles,
Legba. Yeah, Papa
the
Legba. You
the
already heard
different.
Jay-Z say in one of his songs a few years back, I got the keys, I got the keys. He was talking about Papa Legba.
Right. And so these are different energies that
Mm-hmm.
you can call on if you understand how to deal with them.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful
And
when you're working with entities with those energies because those are, yeah, you're right about that.
yeah, definitely, because they man, that's another spirit. But yeah,
Yeah, when you tapping into that energy, it's no joke. You gotta be really careful. I'm speaking from experience because
right.
I tapped into a couple of them and um one time in a glass I was cleaning one of the glasses when I was giving homage to them. I was giving them something in a glass and I hadn't changed it right away and I was cleaning and the glass cut me while I was cleaning it.
Oh, okay.
And because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. Another time I had a glass that I was using for and I took it off their altar and I put it in the cabinet. There was nothing behind it and it pushed the glass right back out at me and crashed to the floor and glass went everywhere.
Mm,
So you have to be really careful with entities that you energy that you tap into. I do know that, but
right, definitely.
comes from within, and that's what I love about plant medicine because you can set your intention so you can help yourself elevate to a higher spiritual realm safely. But you should not. I myself, I mean, I've tried it by myself, but my husband was here and made sure that I was good. And I've talked to you. I had people to reach. I had that support system. So, so you're suggesting the mushrooms. Say, all right, I tried the mushrooms. Now I want to try something else. What would be the next step? Would you suggest?
Bufo or ayahuasca, either one.
Hey Tammy. Hey Zatina. Hey Queens. Go ahead. What did you say?
Either Bufo or ayahuasca, either one of them. Is both. They're both DMT, and they're both. It's a different ayahuasca, Bufo, and mushrooms at high doses are like the main three that kick out a certain amount of DMT. And the DMT is basically the same type of DMT that you can kick out in your body yourself by doing breath work and dealing with qigong and fire breathing. And so that's why one of the things I always implore to people is to just keep practicing their breath works. Like I give them say 4-4-4, breathe in 4, hold 4, release 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you do that, the more you will realize it'll brighten your day, to clean your gut out, clean your body out. And when you do that on these medicines, you can see the difference in how your body reacts to it.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't tried that. That's funny that you say that because whenever I do take my clients into when we're doing a past life regression session or even a Reiki session or a future life regression session, I do have them do their breath work. I have them and it calms their mind and their body down, but it also helps them their spirit elevate. So
Right.
I do their breath work with them prior to going into session and afterwards too.
Yeah, I mean, breathwork is a cheat code of the cheat codes. I know people that eat terrible, man, and because they can deal with that breath work, they know how to kick it out. They can kick out the poisons out their body because
Really?
that's what it's. Yeah, that's more. I mean, it's some powerful people out here, man. There's people out here that can eat terrible, terrible, but they have already told themselves that this food's going to alkaline their body when they eat it.
Okay, so now let's talk a little more about the breath work because there may be some people that are fearful of trying mushrooms or any type of DMT or ayahuasca, whatever. Tell me how, because I've heard people saying that they can naturally get elevated spiritually and mentally through breath work. So tell me
Yes.
a little more about breath work.
Well, because I mean, it's the same thing. Are you doing? You're forming the chemical DMT in your body when you do breath work,
Mm-hmm.
and so it only so DMT is released into the body the fullest when you die and when you're born.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I tell you they say when you die is the most blissfulest moment of your whole life is
Mm-hmm.
because your body's getting rushed with this DMT. So it's it's never pain or anything like that, right? So, but when you do these different kind of breath works,
Mm-hmm.
you're you're strengthening this whole what they call the solar seed of Ra, which is that yellow chakra,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
And it's
Your solar chakra.
right. The soul, yeah, they call it solar seed of Ra.
Mm-hmm.
And with also by the more you do breath work and you
Mm-hmm.
strengthen that sacral chakra, the more you're actually strengthening your will power,
Right. That's where will. Yeah, you're right.
and
That's where.
that's where your will sits at. And
Mm-hmm.
so remember we're talking we're three brain duality. So you're talking brain, heart, and gut,
Right.
right? So a lot, but our universe is in our gut. This is
Mm-hmm.
where the war's at. This is where you actually having the war with yourself is inside your gut. And because of these plastic foods that we have, our
Right.
gut is full with things that aren't even supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So and what happens, your body gets clogged up because of that. So by doing the breath work, you're working that things out because some of those things are just not leaving and then just
Okay.
being stuck in the body. And so your pathway of breathing is not to the same. So you're not so now the gut's not flowing, everything's not flowing properly from the heart to the blood to the brain
Mm-hmm.
because you're not breathing properly. And that's what most people problem is one, they're not breathing properly, and two, they don't have enough water in their body.
Okay. What is?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the waters are actually and then we talking about and then talk about not only is they don't have enough water in their body, they don't have enough good water in their body because most people are drinking garbage water. So now when you want to drink with living, you talk about drinking living water and you talk about drinking living water that is at least a gallon or better, a gallon for you. I mean, most people want to do half their body weight of
Mm-hmm.
water a day, and most of your problems will go away from there. You add in breath work with the water, and you'll have a great week.
Really?
A great week.
So
Like
okay. So now we're talking about breath work. So you're saying if you drink more water and you do the breath work, you're saying that you can um, you can have a better week. So, all right, someone that doesn't want to do mushrooms, they want to just do the breath work and they want to drink water. How would you suggest, what would you be your suggestion as far as that diet? How would they start that regimen to make it, to implement it in their daily hygiene? Like they get up in the morning, they brush their teeth, they shower. How would you suggest in starting those steps?
Okay, so first you want to get some type of limes or something like lemons. Lemons is cool. Limes is better. You want to put the limes in your water. That helps to actually get the water to be living, right? If you're not drinking any kind of water that's like from a spring or a mountain would
Mm-hmm.
have actual minerals in it, you want to put some water in you that's actually going to have that in them, and just try to drink a gallon every day. At
Mm-hmm.
least shoot for a gallon every day. Now they have you could try Wim Hof is a good one. It's a little bit more aggressive of a breath work,
It's
but it's
called
still only it's Wim Hof, WIM,
I've heard of that. Okay.
right? Yeah, I mean I probably sent you 1,000. I sent
Yeah, you
you
give
know
me a
me.
lot of information, so this is
Yeah, right.
and that's why I thought it
So
would be perfect for you to come and talk to my community and educate them on things that I'm still learning about too.
yeah, so Wim Hof would be more like a fire breathing, so it's more dealing with the mouth. It's like which which is basically almost like you hyperventilate, which is when you hyperventilate is when you about to die, right? And
Okay.
so now you're forming DMT. It's more of an aggressive way of dealing with the breath work, but it's one that I swear it will raise your vibration immediately. And then they have and then
Now, how many
uh
times would you suggest doing the fire breathing?
um
So you
well
breathe through your nose and exhale out of your mouth, correct?
no, well, okay, so they got different ones. So that's what
Okay.
so you can in and out the mouth.
Hmm.
So when you release out the mouth, you clean in the body. When you release out the nose, you clean in the head.
Oh, okay.
So that's the difference in the in some of the breaths, but also like qigong is one that most people should just kind of just take a look at, just because they got simple videos. Just look up, wake up in the morning, take a qigong breathing. Some of them be 5-10 minute breathing sessions,
Hmm.
and just throughout the day, especially if you sit down, if you sit down a lot, you just want to get a breath a breath in you where you're doing like four and you hold four, release four,
Hmm.
right? Or you can change it up. You can say 6-4-8. I breathe in six, hold four, release eight, and and,
When you
and
say
throughout.
hold for or release, are you saying seconds?
Yes,
Okay. Because some
yeah,
people,
right.
I know what you're saying, but some people, someone.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so yes, four. Yeah, so you want to do is you want to breathe in 4 seconds, you want to
Mhm.
hold 4 seconds, release 4 seconds,
Okay.
right? That's just a simple breath just to keep the body moving. And the
Right.
more you do that, the more you'll because what happens is when we sitting down like this, it's just your body's it's not we're not meant to be sitting like this.
Right.
And we and really when you get up in the morning, you're supposed to be moving till it's time to lay down at night.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's what we're built for. And the more you do that, and the more you get back to that, the more longevity you have, and the more you'll see that your body will realign itself and get some sleep.
Mhm.
People
Sleep
don't
is
go to
yeah.
the
Sleep is
sleep. See a circadian rhythm. Like that's right now. I'm big on that. Like when my circadian rhythm's off,
mhm.
my I'm different because I'm walking chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? So I know what my superpower is. My name is Tehron. Is it means a very hot place. I'm fire,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So I came to this world fire. My mother was fire. So everything I need water. I need other things. I need other elements because I'm always hot. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So if I don't stay too focused and I'm not grounded enough, I lose focus and then I'm back on fire and brimstone. And
Right.
so one of the main things that to me that I have to concentrate on is my circadian rhythm. Is getting my butt to sleep before 11 o'clock and then getting up. And then usually if I do that when I'm fasting, when I'm eating on rhythm, the sun's gonna wake me up. I can't. When the sun come up, I can't. I'm already up.
Mhm. Okay. So I had a couple of people people. Zatina, hey Queen Zatina. My sister Tammy, she said good evening.
Hello.
Tanya, my cousin Tanya said, yes, she's heard about the breath work. And guys, do your research. There's lots of free videos on YouTube you don't have to pay for that'll give you this knowledge from the
And
information.
they got an app. Wim Hof has an app too, and
Oh, Wim
it
Hof
really
has an
works.
app?
Yeah, it's nice too.
Text me the app, and I'm gonna put the app in the description
Okay.
of the video. Text it to me, and I'll do that tonight. Um, Tammy, my sister Tammy asked, what type of water, and then David said that his favorite is 9 breath method.
Hey, so look. Oh man, so David's looking. So that's my that hey peace T Rex. Hey brother Rex. So
Yeah.
that's my qigong teacher. So he's the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
greetings, brother David.
You know what? I was about to say 9 breaths, but I didn't want to confuse them. But you know, 9 breaths is my favorite too. So that's
Okay, so
it
let's
is.
so we're gonna talk. You're gonna after you do the talk about the 9 breath work. Tammy wants to know about what type of water, but you said the lemon or lime water, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, just if you can just get any kind of regular water, you want to put some kind of lemon or lime in it. But
I drink it
uh
every morning.
what's the one? It's a green bottle. It's like something mountain. It's like one of the best ones. It's in a glass. That's
Okay.
one of the better ones to drink. But if you just want to, cause but I don't always get that too. I just get Deer Park and put lemons in it. Put some kind
Okay.
of lemon, some
Yeah,
lime in it.
that's what I do. I buy a bag of lemons and I'll wash them off and I'll put Reiki on them, and then I'll squeeze each lemon, hand squeeze each lemon with my squeezing contraption, and I put it in a big container, and then every morning and at night before I go to bed, because I have a bottle of it by my bed too at night, and I drink that in the morning, first thing in the morning, and I drink some before I go to bed too.
Yeah. Oh, so okay. So like in the summertime, like when you're sweating a lot,
Hmm.
like every other day, you want to take like a pinch of sea salt and put it in your water
Okay.
because you're dealing with minerals and the mineral count, so you want to put more minerals in your body,
Okay.
right?
Thank you.
But
So
but
you said sea salt. Can it be Himalayan sea salt or it has to be?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. You
All
just
right.
want as long as it's real, see, like you know what I'm saying. Keep it
Okay.
real. That's it.
Diamond said or balance. What did she say? Diamond, see what you. Okay. Diamond says so. My name is being of the earth. What do you suggest that what I need to supplement? Okay, so we're gonna answer Diamond, but I want to get back to your mentor David real quick about the breath work, and then Diamond wants to know what she can do about what supplement she can use. So let's see.
Okay. So 9 breaths, right? So 9 breaths is 9 breaths will raise your vibration instantly. I tell anybody that, right? Like so like even if you say you about to go do the job interview,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do 9 breaths and walk in there, and you're going to walk in there at a higher vibration that you was going to walk in there before, and usually everything's going to work in your favor. And the only way it doesn't work in your favor when you in high vibration, it wasn't meant to be in your favor,
Right. So when
right?
you said that
It's
9 breaths, so do you hold it for 9 seconds, or you do the 4 seconds for 9 times?
so what you would do is right, and this is very big, right? Is that you want to take your right hand, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you take your left hand and put it over your belly button.
Okay.
Now put
What
your
do you
right
do with
hand over
your right
top of it,
hand?
huh?
What do you do with your right hand?
Put your right hand over top of your left hand.
Okay.
All right. And so what you will do is you're going to go,
Ha!
there you go. So you want
Okay.
to clean that out, clean the mucus out, right? And
Okay.
then from there, you're doing quick breaths. So you're not going into your gut, deep breathing. You're just going, but you're doing this. You're releasing. This is all nose breathing though. So you're breathing from the nose and out the nose.
You breathing through the nose and out the nose?
Yes, you shoot. Yes. So when you get to the eighth one, you're gonna take a deep breath in.
Uh-huh.
Now, when you take this deep breath in, take it in real quick. Now swallow it. Now hold it. Now release very, very slowly. And when you put that together, when you do it, you know what I'm saying? When you're basically going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Woo! My amazing.
Right, trippy. Yeah, trippy, instant trippy. Yeah, definitely.
What? Okay, so let's
Yeah.
do it again for somebody to know. Everybody try this real quick. Let's try it again. So everybody pay attention. So we all gonna do it. I want y'all to feel this energy. So pay attention. Okay, let's do it again.
So
And,
so you started with left hand, then right over that one.
okay.
Okay. Yep, and that's the 9 breath method. I'll send you a video and a tutorial on it
Ooh,
too.
my ears are ringing.
Yep,
Wow, that was amazing. You are a
yeah, and that's
very intelligent man, young man. I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself.
yeah, well, I definitely am. I'm still a little shy to this new realm, but yeah,
Well, it's all about learning and sharing, and our people need to know that we're so much more phenomenal than what we are, and there's so many more natural outlets to go to without tapping into toxic drugs and chemicals, and
oh,
how we can
I
naturally
say,
heal ourselves. That's what this thing is all about. And once you
right.
learn how to do that, then you know you're on a proper path that you came here on this earth for. You know. Um, Thank you for that. Somebody said, David said, great, perfect explanation, brother. Oh, he's proud of you too. All right, so let's get back to what Diamond says. My name is, my name being of the earth. What do you suggest that I need to supplement or balance rather?
Hmm. So what you mean? Supplement? What you mean by
What
that?
supplement should she try to balance herself? She's a, her name is
Oh,
Diamond. You know her name. You know Diamond.
yeah, of course. Yeah, she found her breastbone too. What are you
Yeah,
talking
honey, I already done carried it for 9 months, so
about?
that's my
Yeah,
bestie, honey.
yeah. I mean, so
The teacher
like,
said she loved that experiment too that we just did. Go ahead, I'm
oh
listening.
yeah, definitely go down. I'm telling you, I'm gonna send y'all the link so they got you'll listen to it because the more you do it and the more it definitely because the master teachers, man, when they do it, they can put their hands in the snow and melt the snow. That's the
Wow.
point. That's about with your hands in your gut. You're heating up your core in your hands too.
Okay. Well, I would love to have you come back and do like a 30-minute class with me. I would love for you to come back and do like a 30-minute class brief of breath work to get to know the community and help them heal maybe once a month or whenever you can find time to
Okay.
do that. I think that would be phenomenal and help our community, help everyone, help a lot of people.
Well, I'll tell. Look, while I'm thinking about it too, definitely moringa for Diamond.
What is it?
Moringa.
Moringa?
Yeah, she definitely wants some moringa. And
Okay.
believe it or not, for people like us, because like I said, I know Diamond pretty well. Take a bath, man.
What kind of
Take
bath?
more baths. Just small baths with salt.
Epsom salt?
Yeah, it take off the because we
Okay.
can be a little we're edgy people sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So it gets it off that it definitely, but
Hmm.
you can add other things to that bath if you want to, like
Like
you know what I'm saying?
lavender.
Right, definitely. But you definitely
Lavender.
want to put some kind of salt in it because it helps to wash away the the day, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
But moringa's a good one. It is a lot. But
Hmm.
sunlight. And so I seen y'all been getting a lot of sunlight too. So believe it or not, that's like one of the things. We just gotta prepare ourselves. We gotta prepare ourselves for the winters, man, because the winters are just so hard right now.
Winters are
Being
so hard on me in the winter. Oh my gosh. Because, all right, so winters, like when I moved to Boston, my skin got really pale and I
oh,
broke out
we
in a
not meant to be up that high.
rash. Huh?
We not meant to be up that high.
Right. So my skin broke out in a rash. My skin got pale and I was depressed. And I realized I needed vitamin D because of lack of
Hmm.
sun. So I take it. I take vitamin D3 and K2 supplement, but I want to do more natural. I don't want to take these pills, these vitamins, because it takes longer to get into your bloodstream. So
KT got something. He got something for vitamin D
you
too.
got something, and I take gold water and I take silver water too. I take
Oh
the
yeah, the gold water's fire too. We need to
You
get some more of the
suggest
gold
Diamond
water.
take their gold water?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Fire.
Diamond. So your brother said try gold water too and silver water. She said I used to do that a lot. She said she loves it. She loved taking baths, the mineral baths.
Hmm.
Um, and
And
Tam-
grounding. The grounding too. The grounding. Have your you want to have your feet on the ground in the morning time when
Mhm.
sunrise, and your feet on the ground when the sun set.
Oh, okay.
And that's one that KT preaches a lot, and
Mhm.
I try to stay to it, and I know, like, even if I'm going to lay back down, I
Mhm.
will get up and put my feet on the ground, and if I need to go lay back down, I'll lay back down. But I need my 10-15 minutes with my feet on the ground just to keep everything up. And
Mhm.
yeah, hey, so that's why Brother Rex is in the, yeah. So he was at the ayahuasca ceremony with me too, man. So he'd
Oh,
tell you,
brother David.
yes, yes, yes.
Tanya said. Tanya said that I went to a healing retreat in the Philippines, and the teacher taught their breath technique as well. Sam Bento, the farm, I guess, was in the Philippines. My cousin
What's the name? What's the name of the breath work?
um Sam Bento. I'm sorry, Benito, the Sam Benito farm.
Oh, I want to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
She's actually on IG. I'm going to share your IG page with her through Messenger, and
Okay,
you guys can connect because she loves talking about stuff like that. Where she's my spiritual cousin, so we like to talk a lot about spirituality and so forth.
cool.
Help healing the community. And then she said ancient mineral brands too. She was talking about for Diamond, I guess, to try in her baths. Um, so she says Diamond said she's going to start back taking the baths again. But what's the name? Oh yeah. So Tanya said that's the name of the retreat. The name of the retreat was San Benito.
Oh, okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Yeah, man, definitely. I can't wait to go to Asia.
Yeah. Diamond said, "I'm so happy for this new journey paths she has started. That you have started. No, I'm so happy for this new journey paths you have started. Oh, she's happy about the new
I
journey.
appreciate it. Thank you, sis.
Yes. Um. All right. So let me say somebody else says something. What's real, where, and what brand of silver or gold water? What? Well, and I want you to suggest too. But I tried blue pill. Blue pill was a blue pill
Yeah,
regular.
that's the goal. That's the only gold water I use. I don't use nobody else today.
Yeah, blue pill had gold water. I bought
And 19 keys.
huh and
Yeah, yeah, it's blue
19.
pill and 19 keys. Yeah, I live by. I vouch for this. It's very.
Okay,
I need to
make
get some
sure you
more now.
give me
Think
the
about
link to them. And I'll put it in the description as well for anyone that wants to tap into silver water, gold water. But I take it every day, and I every once in a while I don't, since I've been back taking it because I stopped for a while, but since I went back to taking it, I do not feel like I'm about to turn 58 in July.
it. You don't look at neither, so don't worry about it.
I'm 2 years from 60 and I do not feel it. I still feel very young, and I can't believe I even said that I'm almost going to be, in 2 years I'm going to be 60, but I don't feel my age.
At all. Yeah, yeah. I definitely. The gold water, man.
And it curbs your appetite too. I'm not as hungry as I used to be. I fast more. I usually don't start eating until like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And I drink water, of course. Um, Somebody else says, "What's real?" Okay, thanks. So you said 19 keys, and
and blue pill.
okay, so you'll give me the link for that. Is there
Yeah,
any
that's the gold water. The silver, I don't really take too much silver. I think I used to get some silver from
Billy
was it Billy
Carson
Carson?
sells
Billy
silver,
Carson. Yeah, that's where I got it from. Hmm.
colloidal silver? Yeah, I
Yeah,
bought
that's where I get
some
it from.
before. I bought it from him a couple of times. Um, his and it was pretty good. I think.
You,
Go ahead.
me personally, if I was going to worry about the silver, like if I had if that's if you dealing with money and you don't want to spend too many places, you want to definitely keep the silver for it when the fall hits, more than in the summer months.
The silver water for the fall.
No, I'm saying if you can afford them, then get as many as you can. But if you picking ones that you would want, and the silver is more important in the winter and the fall than it is in the summer.
Really? Why?
Just because the vitamin D, man, the sun does so much for you, man.
Okay.
The sun does so much for your body. Like if you get outside and you get into the sun, like you be surprised. Like it's really a cheat code. I mean, if you really think about it, like think about when you were young, when you was a kid. Like look at them kids, man. Look at them. They can eat McDonald's all day long and they run around. I mean, and they barely overweight, they barely out of shape or anything. It's their bodies just their sun does so much for you, and
Yeah.
just being out in it and walking in it, and it's really like especially for us, and that's why I tell you, man. Anytime somebody talking about blocking the sun out and the sun glare for you, that's not our science, and that ain't they ain't talking to us.
Well, let me ask you. Oh, Tanya said that she just made 60. You don't look at Tanya. You don't look at
Oh,
it all.
happy birthday, happy born day, happy born day.
Yeah, she's a Gemini. That's my girl. So okay, so my problem is though is that when my husband and I both when we went to Puerto Rico, every time we in the sun, we take a lot of trips. I mean, the pandemic didn't allow us to take as many trips as we used to take, but our most recent trip we took once again we got sunburned.
Okay, so now listen now. So this is
I mean,
funny. Dave,
I mean really bad. Like my husband,
no,
my
listen.
husband, you know the complexion of my husband. My husband is browner than me.
Well, look, I'm gonna explain
He
it to you.
got
See,
burnt like a lobster.
and Dave can vouch for this because we went to Florida. We stayed in Florida at the Keys, right? We was
Hmm.
just doing some qigong training and just having a whole good old time for his birthday, whatever, right? Now I live in the sun. You understand that?
Hmm.
I ain't never had sunburn before. Never. I was down Florida and it burnt me like a crisp to the point where I was feeling
Yes.
it's the sun. So that'll give you the reasons what they always say is that you KT always preaches is that you want to get to the 20s and hold that charge. So like now that y'all just came back from Puerto Rico, y'all just came from these places. The lower you get down there, where the sun's hitting you, you getting that real vitamin D. But what happens is when your body's not used to it, oh, you'll pay for it. But after that, you kind of like get used to it again. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
you
Because
get
we're
what I'm
not
saying?
acclimated to it. Okay.
So it's like if you know what I'm saying, but you being coming from you all the way in Boston, so you coming from all the way up there where the
Right.
sun's really not hitting that much, and then you just went to where the sun's hitting, and
Mhm.
then you down there, and so it's going to let you know.
So you said eventually our body will get acclimated to it. We won't burn. Is
Yeah,
it?
because I think I burned like the first day or two, and then after that I was
Yeah.
good.
My forehead is the biggest thing on my face, and that's the first thing to get burnt. My forehead and my nose.
Yeah.
And then my shoulders, I got burnt. But I stayed under the umbrella most of the time, but I didn't put any sunscreen on or sunblock on. But my
Well, you
husband,
don't want to put you don't wear no sunblock. You don't wear that
no,
anymore.
yeah, I don't want to. So my husband got really burnt really bad. He's still peeling.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, but that's it's like I think it's something we and then I feel like it has something to do with the foods you eat too.
hmm,
Right.
okay.
I think if you eat a little bit more fruits and vegetables around that time, it kind of
You
like
won't
cleans
burn as
itself up a
easy.
little bit. Yeah, it cleans yourself up a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I got hit that first day or two, and after that, it was like it kind of like I got used to it. But I was surprised because I never had it before, so I was like, what in the world's going on?
Yeah, I mean, all the years of my life, I never got burned as a child. I lived at the pool or at the beach every day, and growing up as a child, and my grandparents had a swimming pool in their backyard, and we're talking about in the '60s and the '70s and the '80s, and I never got burned. But then, and now as an adult, I'm getting burnt, and it's weirding me out because I lived in the sun, and it makes sense because you say you don't spend as much time in the sun. Somebody just said if I'm in the sun more than 10 minutes when it's really hot, I vomit. Somebody say they vomit from the sun.
Uh,
What's real said that.
they sounds like they need to get back in the sun some more and drink some more water.
And drink more water. Drink
Yeah,
hydrate.
yeah, they need to hydrate a lot, but they need to be in the sun though.
Tanya said that she takes Sovereign Silver TP 10 pp in the winter months.
Hmm.
That's the brand that she takes. Okay. All right, so brother, I didn't know we were gonna be on this long. It was like I could talk to you all day. I was really enjoying this. Is there anything else that you would love to share with the community that would be helpful? And also tell them what your IG handle is as well.
Well, just real quick, man. Like I said, man. Like if you do your research, man, you'll find out that mushrooms and these other plant medicines is not nothing to be scared of. It's something to respect, but it's definitely something that is the other half of the spiritual journey that a lot of people are not really telling you about, and they're not telling you that on purpose so that they can keep your eyes closed from you reaching your highest potential. And that is for, and so if you are scared or fearful of taking those high doses, me and other like-minded people like us are around that will hold space for you. And if you want to just um, and then I implore this for everybody. If you're not ready for the high doses, man, microdose are ready, and that's and that and I mean, and that's for everybody. Like if you got somebody that's violent, somebody that's angry, somebody in a bad mood, somebody
So is it
depressed, they
for
don't.
anger management?
It's good for everything because once again we're dealing with the brain and we're waking the brain back up from being dormant, and some places are more dormant than others, and the more you're and then it's also like dealing with the fear again, that it's a part of your brain that the more you are fearful of things, the bigger that part of the brain gets. So it's bigger than it's supposed to be because people are scared. That's why actually with gold water, that was one of the things that they present, that it fixes that part of the brain. It shrinks that part down instead of having it so big, because we've gotten to the point where there's just so much trauma, so much fear, so much on the news. Oh, you might get pulled over by the police. Oh man, the police trying to kill us. Da, 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 da. It's so much. And so microdosing will just help you put yourself in a better mood, in a firm. Talk to yourself, speak to yourself, tell yourself that you're great. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're great. Just keep saying it. Fake it till you make it. Because if you keep saying you're great, you're gonna be great. I say.
Speaking words are spells. Speaking are spells. What you speak are spells. Spelling
Right.
bee. Spelling words. Speaking are spells. Remember that. What brother Tehron just said. Talk to yourself. There's nothing wrong with talking to yourself as long as you're speaking positive vibrations to yourself.
Yep, yep. And so yeah, with that being said, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You can find me like I said, my name's Tahuti Bra L on IG. And yeah, other than that, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for giving me the time to just speak.
You are phenomenal. You are such a phenomenal young man, and I'm so proud of you. And I appreciate you sharing space with me. I'm looking forward to doing work with you in the future. And I definitely would like to do a some breath work with you and the community very soon. Let me know what you think.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to holler at Dave and see if I can get him on
Bring
to
Dave in too. Bring him
yeah,
in
yeah.
too. Yeah, the more the merrier. Um, that was for immunity. Let's see. Does he? Do you have a What's real wants to know? Do you have a YouTube channel?
Oh no, no, no.
No,
I'm a
you need
ninja.
to get a YouTube channel, bro.
I am a ninja. I do not listen.
He
you
said he
got
doesn't
me
have a YouTube channel.
you got me talking on this camera more than I want to already. So listen. I just started showing my face on IG. Like I swear, like I'm getting used, like because people keep telling me that it's a call and that we got to start coming out and telling these people the information and coming to it. But like I said, I
I'm
like to be
glad
in
I
the
pulled you
room.
out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's all right, man. Listen, I fasted. You don't even know, man. I've been this whole day was just prepared for this, just to get my mind right to speak on this and just talk about it. Because I think I said I was a little nervous,
You
but
did
yeah, nah.
wonderful. You did amazing. I mean, we
But
need.
man, but tell brother, man, he can reach me on IG, man. I love to talk, man. So like, if he just want to speak or just send a text or whatever, man, just send out a holler, whatever. We can pass out some gems and some jewels, you know.
Okay. Stunnerlock said that this was great. See, everyone
Uh,
loved it. You held the
thank you, thank
audience
you.
down. You did amazing. And spell your IG page so that they can reach you. And guys, if you want it, you can make a comment down below, and I will make sure that I share his IG page with you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, tap down below to the left. Subscribe to my channel. Share it. Sharing is caring. Make sure that you like the video so it goes out into the YouTube universe. And it can help other people because it's about healing this world. When we learn how to heal ourselves is when things start coming together and stop being stuck in this freaking crazy matrix that they try to keep us locked down in.
I say.
Right?
So yeah, it's Tahuti Ra El, which is Tehuti space Ra RA space EL.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. And you can also get a Reiki virtual session or in person session with me. My website is queendawnspirit.com. I also sell crystals and spiritual oils, and I do past life regression sessions, future life progression sessions. I'm an officiant. I do spiritual guidance and so forth. So tap into that. Check out my website as well. And I'm also on IG, which is under Queen Dawn Spirit as well. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Let me see if someone else had anything else they wanted to say. Tanya said, I'd like to recommend a beautiful incense called Good Earth in loose form. It's lovely. Okay. So try out Good Earth incense. I'm going to check that out, Tanya. Thank you, Queen. And
Thank you.
yes, I want his IG. So what's real really likes you? What's real wants to know your IG page. So I'm gonna make sure that. And Zatina said thank you. Diamond said amazing. And it's not very much holds Diamond's attention for long if it's not hair. If it's not hair or her son, it don't hold her attention long. So she
Man, tell her to answer the phone. I need my hair done. What are you talking about?
Diamond, answer your phone, Diamond. Answer your phone, Diamond. Our brother needs his hair done. Okay. Well, I thank you, brother, so much. Hey, guys, I'm sending you all Reiki love and positive energy and vibrations and healing. Do that work. Treat people as you want to be treated because remember, how you treat people comes back to you. It may not come back directly from that person, but it can come from someone close to you or some type of situation that you weren't expecting. So remember, the energy you send out is the energy you get back. Never think you smarter than energy, because energy has always got you front, back, and side. So be careful how you treat people and what you think about yourself, and treat yourself with love and care. All right. Namaste, Aisha. I love you guys. Peace out.
Rahotep. Peace.
All